Judas, not Iscariot, said to him, "Lord, how is it that you will reveal yourself to us and not to the world?" And Jesus answered him, "Those who love me will keep my word, and my Father will love them, and we will come to them and make our home with them." We have been hearing a lot about love lately. Jesus asked Peter early on in this Easter season, Jesus asked Peter in one of those resurrection appearances, "Peter, do you love me?" Didn't ask just once, but he interrogated Peter 3 times. "Peter, do you love me?" Jesus declared to his disciples, "A new commandment I give you. Love one another. Just as I have loved you, you also should love one another." There's just one problem. None of us can love on command. When asked which of the commandments was the greatest, Jesus replied, "Love God, love neighbor. Upon these 2 hang all the law and the prophets." Now I have to ask you, how's this love thing working out? Not very well. Consider history. 3.5 millennia ago, Moses gave the law, love God, love neighbor. 2.5 millennia ago, the prophets were declaring, love God, love neighbor. During the same epoch, Plato and Aristotle, Greek philosophers, were establishing virtue, of which love was the premier virtue, as the pinnacle of personal piety. 2 millennia ago, Jesus had these conversations with the disciples. 1,000 years ago, the church was hammering out its doctrine of caritas, faith formed by love. 300 years ago, Immanuel Kant philosophized love as the completion of our moral duty. 4 decades ago, the now generation sang together, "What the world needs now is love, sweet love." So pretty much throughout all the history we know about, we humans have been exhorted, commanded, cajoled to love. Now, how's that love thing working out? When the world, that's us by the way, when the world considers love, the consideration always works in this way. First, we love one another, and then when we are loving toward one another, we will enjoy peace. First love, then peace. And so we are commanded to love. How's that working out? God commanded it. It always seems to be a bit coercive. Love me or else. Love your neighbor or else. And we know that the or else is something pretty horrific. We do not want, desire to experience it. And so somehow or another, we work or attempt, or at least console ourselves with trying to love. And in our culture, in our society, in our country, We are commanded to love for the common good. And so we are commanded to support systems of social security and the neighbor's welfare. Love the neighbor, or else. There always seems to be a bit of reward and punishment. And so in our relationships one to another, love me, or else. Love me, or else the meals don't get cooked, the wages don't get brought home. I don't sleep in your bed, or I won't even stay with you. Love me, or else. And there's a bit of reward and punishment. And this is how the world gives us love on command. And how's it working out? None of us can love on command. And so we hear the words of our Lord Jesus Christ.